Audio says we're good. It says we're live. It says we're live on our end, and we're excited to be here. Woo! We do not see live. Oh, we see live.
We're there.
Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna talk about how ASICs are changing the entire crypto world as we know it, and why I'm dressed up like a spaceman is because we're already in the future here at Digital Gold with our ASIC.
So what are you trying to tell us? There are good times ahead?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We're gonna moon again.
All right.
The moon gets further away every time Bitcoin goes up. It's very difficult for me and John to hear each other. We need
it's loud in here.
Yeah. Beep beep, like walkie-talkie. Beep. Can you hear me, John? Do you hear me?
I'm reading you.
I'm on the moon over here. So basically, that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to go over some of the basics, some of the more complicated stuff probably, and then try not to drive you too crazy with it. So put in the super chat. You know the button. Wait, I got to go right here. And use that. Please join us. We've already got people coming in here. Screen is blank. Holy crap. Can you believe it?
Oh.
Oh, man. Oh. See, we were in the darkness.
Oh.
Beep, beep. We were in the darkness the whole time.
We meant to do that.
We meant a whole minute, 30 seconds with no streaming.
Thanks for letting us know, though.
They were probably all like anticipating, waiting. When are they coming?
The big reveal.
I need to see them now.
But the big reveal is you got your spacesuit back on. We have not seen that in how long now?
Oh, man. Months.
It's been a few months.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see it back on.
Oh, it's exciting. I'm excited to be going to the moon again. My rocket ship is almost ready.
You got plenty of fuel, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're figuring out some technical issues right now. The technical analysis of the price, you know, and then I will be cleared to launch.
All right.
And we're going to launch right up to the sky.
Sounds good.
I mean, blow past 20,000 like it's nothing.
Blow past?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be hilarious.
Wow.
Okay. So, you guys know the buttons. Thank you for telling us the screen is black. Hopefully the audio is better. Would we spend like an hour on the audio?
Way too much. We were going to stream hours ago, and it just didn't happen. But we're good now, hopefully.
That is so true. All right. So, we're going to go over some cool things. I'm going to start with this ASIC over here I got. And John's going to chime in whenever he wants. Except I can't hear him. So, I'm going to have to fix my focus every time, of course, but, you know. So, all right.
Are we good?
We look good. Woo!
All
okay.
Right.
So, you guys got your ASIC here, right? And this is the standard run-of-the-mill ASIC, right? Everybody knows what a Bitmain is. If you don't know what a Bitmain is, you don't know what ASIC is. We can talk about what ASIC is first, actually. No, we'll wait till more people get here to explain what the ASIC is. But when you get it all hooked up, you know, you're all excited. You're like, what the heck is going on? But we're going to explain why ASICs are going to be in the future. But because I'm in the future right now, but we're not there yet. We're almost there. So we're preparing because we're almost there, but we're not there yet. All right. So it's really simple. I mean, like, physically, the simplicity is there. We're ready. You know, you get it, you unpack it, you plug it in. Step one. Step two, you put up the network. And what should step three be, John? What do you think step three should be?
I can't hear anything you're saying, unfortunately.
Okay, he can't even hear me. I think step three should be put in your address and you start mining. But that doesn't happen. Right? What happens is you look at this and go, oh, it's blinking lights, it's pretty, you know, like it's green. Look at the green. Oh, what is it doing? Oh, the fans are loud. Why is it getting so loud? You know, you're like, oh man, this is bad. And you're like checking your temperatures and you don't know what the heck to do. So the complicated part is not on the hardware. Now, we could fix the hardware a little bit. Did you read the name of the video? It's not worth it. What's not worth it? Valkyrie wants to know what's not worth it.
Mining Monero on RX 580s.
Oh. Well, that's not the name of the video. Okay, it's getting loud, right? It's like cranking up here. We're like, uh-oh, this is bad. What's happening? So we think we're mining, but we're not. We're actually mining to Antmine and Bitmain, and they're like so excited because you turned on their miner and they're getting all the coin now. And you're like, what is going on? I thought I bought a machine that's supposed to be easy to use. Well, it is easy hardware. You plug it in, there's like 3 steps, and that's where the complicated part happens, okay? So let's let that run for a second here. Let's go to computer. Transition to the computer. We need like code words or something.
All right,
so
what did you want to see?
We'll go to the desktop. All right. So on the desktop, right, we have our basic, what do you call this thing? The streamer, the IP address
here,
right?
Yeah.
So first you got to find the IP up at the top there. You see, it's in our network. It's whatever, 21, 201.
201. Yep.
Okay, we see that we got the B3, and we're all excited. And if you start clicking around in here, you're like, oh, what does this do? Oh, you can put your address in there, but where did this come from? You know, then you got your miner stats. You can see, okay, we're live. All right, good. My boards are hashing. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boards. Ooh, this is exciting, and it's fun. Except, what is all this stuff? Like, what is this? What? Oh, password. What the heck is?
That's a lot.
No human should ever look at this. No human should ever try to understand what the heck this stuff is. Kernel logs, like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna read these and I'm gonna make sense of that, right? And oh yeah, I'm gonna upgrade, but be mindful it might blow up your whole machine. Reboot, I understand that. That's
I get
simple.
that. I know what reboot means.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got reboot, and we know what the name of it is. But even this stuff, like, what is this jargon? Do you know what that means?
It's the version.
I mean, cache. I mean, buffed. What the heck?
I don't care about that stuff.
I know. So what I'm saying here is we're not in the future because this is too complicated. Way too complicated. I should be able to find, this should come up automatically on my screen, and I should be able to put in my address and be done. Right? That's what's supposed to happen.
That'd be nice.
So, this is the Bitmain, and he's, oh man, now we're not even in. See, now we gotta like refresh and like do all this. Okay, so there's the Bitmain, it's like going, now it tells you the server, but it doesn't say program your server into your miner. You know, it doesn't say that. You have to know that that's what that means. And you could be here for 10 minutes before you actually realize, oh, this is the servers that they want to put in here, right? And you would say, oh, well, if you don't know how to do that, you shouldn't be mining. I get that, but we want mainstream people to be a part of this. We want the mainstream.
Yeah, we want the people that are new to this to be
yes.
as well.
You put somebody that doesn't know anything about computers in front of one of these, and within 10 minutes they're going to give up. They're going to be done.
Probably.
They're probably not even going to find the IP address of the unit.
Right.
They're probably going to get stuck at that.
Yeah.
So that's where the frustration part of when ASICs can get past that hurdle, and we can see immediate, quick program, and software-wise we can get to that feed. That is when we're going to see the world change.
And when do you think that'll be?
ASICs. Oh, I don't even know. I mean, it could be a long time.
Do you think there's a reason why they haven't made an effort to make it easier for people?
I think it's all coders that code this stuff and not humans, like regular we need to give the feedback to them. We need to tell
the coders are not regular people.
No! They think like the space. They think like they're in space. We need coders. Don't get me wrong. I love the coders, but you got to take it from, you got to think like the public thinks. The public doesn't want to think about it. Period. They want to turn it on, plug it in, and it works.
Right.
So that's the biggest scenario we got here. We got 20 people here. We're gonna go back to this, and I'm gonna show you how this works. Because let's go back to the coding. All right. Can everybody see black? That's a pointy one. Let me shut this thing off here for a minute. All right. So you have a coder, right? And he comes up. Can you see that? Can we see that?
We see it.
Okay, we can see it. All right, so you have a coder. All right, let's say a coder, and he writes a code. And when he writes that code, he puts it in his CPU. Okay, you guys know what a CPU is. All right, and inside the CPU, he tests his code. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna test my code, and it's exciting, and you use the CPU, and you use some RAM for that, of course, and you're all excited. When you think you're good, you can then go and you can then start your miner. Right away. There is no, from code, the software, to the hardware, you can start a miner. Done, okay? Well, that's not where it ends. Next, we have the GPU market, right? So you'll see Bitcoin was at CPU in the beginning. Everybody was using their CPUs to mine Bitcoin. So you could go from code to miner right from CPU. Code, CPU to miner, okay? That's so simple, right? Well, then somebody figured out to take the code, right, and add a GPU. And what does that do? Well, of course, that uses CPU, and of course it uses RAM, right? Because it uses everything prior. And then you got your miner. And you're like, oh, sweet, I'm mining on the GPU. Now that is where we are at in the mainstream media right now. This is probably the past, typically. This would be past, this would be present, and then we're gonna talk about the future, okay? But let me show you just how serious we are about GPU. If you guys haven't seen this, I gotta show you. This is what we mean. Do you see this? Do you see all those? What is that, like 300 something? I mean,
yep.
It's crazy, right? This is what the public is doing.
That's right.
And
These
they
are
have
not
proven,
our machines.
Say what?
They're not our machines.
No. And the public has proven that this is what they're doing because this is where they're spending their money. This is what the public has spent their money on, is the GPUs, okay? So you can't say GPU mining is dead, because it's not dead. Now, ASICs are all over the place. Everybody and their mother has an ASIC now, and everybody's trying to figure out what the heck ASIC is. Well, I'm going to explain it in a little bit simpler term, okay? So after you have the GPU, you have what's called FPGA, okay? And this is just like the most intense board that you can think of. I should have brought it. It's like this. All right, here's the motherboard, okay? But you have all these slots on it, and you just like this little corner part. It has like everything you need. It has the CPUs, RAM, little cards, and all these attachments. They look crazy. Look them up online. They look crazy. The FPGA is now becoming a miner, right? Okay, but this is only recently, right? This is not normal. Nobody does this. I mean, August is the first time we're really going to see some serious FPGA miners out there. They're just not very efficient back 5 years ago. Okay, but immediately after FPGA, you get a computer scientist and a coder. He wrote his code. It works on a CPU. Everybody loved it. They adapted it into the GPU, and the GPU community somebody was multi-millionaire and said, I'm going to go find a coder scientist. So they find an FPGA guy who could program one. They build an FPGA board, and then they create an ASIC. It's that simple, right? So now you have ASIC, and that is now your miner, right? Okay, so can all of your ASIC boards run on your GPU? Yes. Can all of them run on CPU? Yes. However, is it efficient? No. It's not always efficient. Is it a good idea? If a coin is on CPU, and they create an ASIC for it, should you still use your CPU to mine it? Heck no. That would be stupid. You would never get any coins, because this is tens of thousands more powerful than this would ever be. And it's too late. The chances of this is too late. Nobody mines Bitcoin with their CPU, but they did. Nobody mines it with their GPU, but they did. Nobody mines it with an FPGA board. Maybe, but they did. And now everybody mines it with the ASIC. So this is a progression of where our society is at, right? So this is 2008, okay, everybody had CPUs. GPUs, what do you say GPU? Probably 2010, 11, let's say 2011. GPU was really getting in serious. FPGA and ASIC was pretty soon after that. I mean, we're probably looking at 2012, 2011, 2012. And so now, future, right, 18, okay, we're transitioning all to ASIC. So we're going code, okay, and then we're going to CPU, and then we're going to FPGA, and then we're going to ASIC. What's missing? We're missing the GPU market. It's gone. We're dead. We lost our GPU market. So that's the progression that we see here. And that's what I'm excited about, because the ASICs are taking over. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, look how small this is. Look how powerful this thing is. I mean, this is small unit. This is very small. I mean, I can hold it in my hand. See, it's pretty lightweight. I can move it around. I got two fans. I got one in the front and the back. And some of you see, double stack. You see double stacks. You see triple stacks. This has got to get fixed. John, what is this? What is going on here? This is terrible.
It's like a big mess.
Do you think the public wants to buy this?
Not where it looks like that, no.
No, nobody wants to buy this. No, not the public. You got boards. What if I touch these boards? What if I touch that? Oh, look, cool, right? No. All this needs to be contained. All this needs to be in one unit, and we need to have it all enclosed. And when we enclose it all, and we have our power source, and we plug it in, and we're like, yes, and then we have our network, and we plug it in, and we have our fans, and all of this is enclosed, and you can't see it all, then we're going to be happy with it. We're going to be happy with our product we purchased. So, that's my little tangent about the future of ASICs. This is exciting. So what are we going to do to support the ASICs, right? Because clearly the society is headed that way. We're just going to shut that off for now. So society is heading towards ASICs. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to support the ASIC. Let's go back to the other one. All right. So when we get to this scenario where people want these ASICs, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put them on a little crate here like this. We're going to hook up a PC right here for them, right? And they're going to have full control of their ASIC. Full control. Yep. They're going to be able to log in like this, right on our network. They're going to be able to see their settings and change their things. And of course, they're going to be able to mine to whatever pool they want. So we figured out how to support ASICs here at the Bitbunker.
Yes, we did.
And it's pretty exciting.
I'm excited about it.
Whew, this is crazy. So we have got to we got to figure out a way to put the chat button. All right, so let's keep going. Oh, that's the whole thing. We're gonna have to figure out the chat scenario. Let me move this window over here for a second, guys. Okay. All right. So next, what I wanted to show you is the SIA rigs. John, I bought the SIA rigs when they first came out.
Right.
I was on batch 1, order number 2 or 3. It was like 4 in the morning. I bought 2 of them. Okay.
Okay.
Now, SIA, like every coin, is way down. And what WTC for life, yes, we don't sell the ASICs. We don't need to sell the ASICs. Everybody knows the price.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, we would just be charging you more to buy it for you, which doesn't really make sense to you. But you can buy it on your own, you can ship it to us, or you can get it drop shipped straight to the from the manufacturer to us, and we'll set it up for you either way. But no, we're not gonna sell them, because that would just mean marking it up and charging you more, which doesn't make sense for you guys.
They're going to see the price and be like, oh, well, why is Digital Gold selling it for that price? Well, because we have time invested in it.
Right.
You don't want to pay for that. You know how to go online and buy something.
Yeah.
I hope. If you don't, then you're not able to mine with us. You got to be able to at least be able to do that. All right, so this SIA, let's go back to this SIA. I mean, this is crazy. All right, we got SIA coins, 115,000 for one SIA machine. This is just one, okay? But let me show you what ASICs do, because this is going to give you a good example on what it was like to get a SIA machine, right? We turned that sucker on January 27th, all right? And every day we were pulling in anywhere from 2,000 to 1,500 coins a day. No. Yes. Yeah, every day. Okay? All right, and what happened was, well, you got another SIA, all right? So I split my SIAs. I have two SIAs, put one on each pool. And they were, this one has 119,000. You can see this one live, updating live. This is still running. It's right over there in the corner. And what's crazy is this SIAs, as you watch, as I click through here, you're going to see that it's that when batch number 2 and 3 and 4 come out, you're going to see where it just drops. I mean, look, we're already at March, right?
That's April, yeah.
April, hello. April, we're already at 600 coins a day.
You just dropped a lot.
I mean, are you going to make what you were making with 2,000 coins a day?
No.
You know,
not going to happen.
There's thousands of coins a day, and now you're down to pennies, right? 500 coins. No. If this coin gets into 50 cents a coin.
Oh yeah, then you're rolling in money.
Oh yeah.
But it's worth what, like a cent right now?
It was worth it. Yeah, it's a penny.
Right.
So you get 500 pennies a day. I mean, what? I mean, that's like you're barely.
Well, that's 5,000 pennies a day.
Oh,
so.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but look, it gets worse, John.
Yeah.
We just, I mean, just in you know, just, I don't know, what is this? In a month, right? We got cut in half again.
Right.
So I don't know what the halves are in this, but it's bad, right? So the same one it doesn't matter which SIA you have. I mean, this is just another SIA. It only shows me my recent payouts. It doesn't go back that far on this one. So total, you can see that there's 240 some almost SIA coins, right, between the two. So they did well, but they're not worth their time at all. And if we go to the Bitmain website, okay, and we want to buy a SIA machine,
was A3.
A3. Look at that price.
Right.
390 buckaroos for this SIA machine. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick up some SIA rigs because I see Digital Gold's doing like 500 coins over here and 200 coins over here. Now. If, like you were saying, what would be, I mean, can you do a quick math on what would be a good price that would make this reasonable for people to?
Well, so you're working off a cent a coin, so you would need, I mean, to pay this off, it would be several months.
No, I mean, like, what does the coin need to go to?
Oh.
I mean, it needs to go to like 10 cents.
Something like that.
So
yeah.
the coin needs to go way up, which is possible. But
right.
which is a gamble? Is it a gamble to spend $2,000 on one SIA machine and get all these coins and hope that they go up? Or is it the same gamble to buy a $390 machine, turn it on, and hope that your 500 coins a day here, 500 coins a day, turn into more?
Right.
So both people could win.
Good.
Because the price of this is so stinking low.
Right.
You really don't need that many coins to go that high to make up your money back.
Right, but by the time they get this, the difficulty is going to be even higher.
That's true.
So you're always fighting a losing battle.
That's true. But this is a real life example of what an ASIC does and what it is and how it's different from GPU mining. Now, we have debated a lot whether the GPU mining market is going to be like disappear. And that's a good question. I don't know. We would almost need an ASIC that you could swap out your boards in. You know?
Right.
I mean, ASICs by their very nature, application specific, integrated circuit. Specific. It's for a specific application.
Right.
You can't just mine any coin with it.
Right.
I mean,
so if you decide you like something else a month after you bought it, you're out of luck.
Right. Okay, enough about the negatives. John, let's go talk about the positives. Why don't you show them what some things are going on in the good network here. Talk about that.
Okay. So this is probably the best ASIC miner that's ever existed, right?
Ever.
I mean, if you go by the souls, we've never had something this good, right?
And the profitability, no, you're right.
So this here, it's no longer on sale. Yesterday was the last day you could get it. So unfortunately, you can't get one of these anymore unless they decide to bring it back or something. But this is basically the best that's ever existed. It's getting you 50,000 souls.
Woo!
That is a lot. So yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this company, but it seems like this is about the best competition that Bitmain has right at the moment. These guys basically beat Bitmain to the market.
That's true.
So
big time.
Yeah, so this is way better than anything they'd ever done.
Now, did Bitmain try to compete with this at all?
Well, they did. We'll get to that. But basically, so this one, they were selling it originally at $10,000 each, and then they decided to do a buy one, get one free sale. So basically, it went down to $5,000 a machine, which is actually a pretty solid deal considering the ROI on it.
And now, how do we know what that is?
So if you go here to the ASIC miner value, basically a calculator, you can click on it. This is the Silicon A9Z Master. So basically, depending on your electric, you're getting probably $70 a day currently, current value.
Wow.
Obviously, this is going to fluctuate, but you're looking at a yearly ROI of nearly $27,000 on what is a $5,000 machine.
So within 6 months, we could possibly pay this off.
Well, technically less than that, because if you're getting it for only $5,000 and you're getting $2,000 a month, you're going to do this in less than 2.5 months at its current rate. Now, it's not going to stay that way.
Right.
So ultimately, it'll probably end up being 3 or 4 months, but that's still a pretty good ROI.
Wow.
So yeah, currently $76 a day at today's prices, and we're in a bear market. So if you can imagine, if the market goes up even 25%,
right,
you're getting close to $100 a day.
Right, because your electric's not going to go up 25%.
No, it's not. It's going to stay about
steady.
Right where it is. Yeah.
Bitcoin Wisdom says this is the same company as Dominator A4s. Do you know what the Dominator's A4s are?
I do not know what that is.
Yeah. So does this ASIC website show you what the other ASICs are? Like, can we look up the Dominator A4?
You could. It doesn't sound familiar, but I can try and search for that.
So they apparently Bitcoin Wisdom says that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's there.
Which is currently mining in the negatives, but it also was released 1 year ago.
Okay. All right.
So naturally, yeah, a year later on an ASIC, you're probably not going to be profitable.
Oh, so it was a script coin. So we're looking at, what are we looking at, Litecoin and things like that? Yeah.
So yeah, Litecoin, DigiByte, some other junky coins.
So Bitcoin Wisdom, did you make money off the Dominator? I'm wondering that. All right, go back. Go back to where you were, sorry.
So basically that was the Silicon. So today, actually, of all days, Bitmain decided they were going to launch a competitor to this. Now, they already had the, did we get rid of the, so they already had out the Z9 Mini, which when it came out, this was a really, really good buy, and still probably a good solid buy.
Okay.
When it came out, I think it was closer to $2,000,
wow.
Maybe $2,500.
Woo!
I can't remember. But basically, this is really good for the value because you're getting 10,000 souls, which when it came out was maybe the best on the market.
Absolutely.
Or close to the best.
Oh yeah, because we were all using GPUs to mine these coins.
So that was really good. And then the power usage, where is that at?
200 watts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even believe that.
So yeah, that is insane. So if you're someone who's mining at home, this is, and you can deal with the noise a little bit, but not a whole lot. This is perfect for you because it's smaller, it's more compact, takes up a lot less power, and it's doing pretty good for the value. So that came out last month. They have a second batch coming out in August, I think.
So they're still going with them.
They're still going, yeah. So you can still, yeah. So the next batch is shipping end of August.
Wow.
So that was basically the mini version of it. This was the I don't have $10,000 to spend on a machine, but I want something that I can put in my house. I don't have a warehouse. I just have my basement I can put this in. So this is perfect for that. So that's a pretty good deal. So today, and I'm surprised that that Bitmain, they came out with the Z9 today, and this is just the regular one, not the mini.
Woo! Look at that price.
With very little fanfare. They didn't announce it anywhere, as far as I can tell. It's not on their Twitter page. You had to be paying attention if you wanted to see this was out. So basically, this is about $3,300. You're going to pay probably closer to $3,400, $3,500 with the power supply. But this is basically Bitmain's answer to the Inner-Silicon that came out last month. So, where was the...
That's crazy.
Yeah, so 40,000 souls.
Woo! That's close.
Is way more than the mini. That's 4 times the mini. Also 4 times the power. 4 times the price.
Oh, and the power too, huh?
The power as well, yes. So this is about almost 1,200 watts as compared to the, what was it before? It's around 300.
Right.
So this was their answer, but Inner-Silicon beat them to the punch. They beat them by, and this isn't even coming out until September. The soonest you're getting this is probably the second week of September.
And the other guys are going to be running for a good week or two.
Yes, and yeah, they're
getting those thousands of coins.
Right.
Like we were showing you.
So Bitmain, they really, I don't want to say they dropped the ball, but they were behind on this.
Yeah.
So this is still a solid value for the money, but...
Well, because you can't buy these. Inner-Silicon already shut them off. So
they're already
if
done.
I want a Z miner, this is my option.
This is basically your only option if you want something this powerful.
Or you're going to spend $12,000, $14,000 on eBay, somebody reselling an Inner-Silicon one, and you're better to get this one for the price. So this is the way to go.
Yeah, as of right now, yeah. So
they were late to the game, but in a way they have a monopoly now because they're the only they're the only one.
It's still this is a great machine. 40,000 souls is amazing.
How's the power wattage from this compared to the Inner-Silicon one?
So that was. This is significantly less. This is almost half.
Bitmain, what does Bitmain do? It sounds like they just rushed this other one.
Yeah. They're playing catch up now. Inner-Silicon beat them to the market. Bitmain does not have the monopoly they once had.
No.
So, but the only problem is, what's different about Inner-Silicon is when they first came out, you had to buy 100 of them at a time.
Really?
You could not buy one. So that means you had to spend $1 million if you wanted one of these.
$1 million?
$1 million. You watching at home cannot afford $1 million. We cannot afford $1 million.
No.
So this was just the big boys that could do this. So that's the problem with this company, is that all these big companies beat all the little guys to the market. Whereas Bitmain,
you can't do it.
Not right away. No.
Okay.
So the big companies got a head start here. So that's the benefit of going with Bitmain, is you can buy, I think the limit is 10, but you can buy one, and that's it.
Just one.
So So in that regard, Bitmain has a better market.
Right.
But again, Inner-Silicon beat them to the market. But the thing about the Z9 that I don't like is that it's not really that much better for the price than the Mini that came out. Because
so how many minis could you buy, right?
So if you were to buy 4 of these minis, it's about $3,400.
Okay.
So doing this saves you like not even $100. So that's why this isn't that impressive today.
Wow.
It's a good machine, but it's not significantly better than what they are already putting out.
So if you already had the money and you bought a bunch of minis,
Yeah.
And you would never even consider this because you're going to blow it out of.
So if you're someone looking to spend a few $1,000s, yeah, this is a good option. But if you're like, you know, I want a little skin in the game, I don't really want to spend more than $1,000, there's no reason for you to even look at the Z9. You just go straight to the Z Mini.
Okay.
Because it's basically equal to what you would get. So 4 of those equals 1 of these.
Right.
So it's really, this isn't that impressive. I mean, it's a great machine.
And it's lower on power than having 4.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
so this is better than 4 machines, but it's not to where you'd be like, oh, if you were thinking about getting already, there's no reason for you to get this as opposed to the 4.
Right.
Like, you might as well just get 4. Like, this isn't that big of a deal.
Right.
But it's a good machine.
Right.
It's just not exciting. So I'm thinking that Bitmain may lower their price on this once they realize that people aren't going to be that excited about it.
Okay.
So maybe by the end of the week, this could be $3,000.
Okay.
Which would be a better deal, and I don't know if they'll do that. But you know how Bitmain works. They'll offer a coupon maybe.
Right.
They'll give you a $250 coupon if you buy at this price.
Right.
They'll probably do something like that. But as of right now, this doesn't excite me. As good of a machine as it is, don't get me wrong, it's great. It's just not exciting after what we've already seen from Silicon and what they've already put out.
So Bitmain is really like the go-to that people probably know about as far as ASICs. I mean, they've been doing it for years, ever since we ever got into mining. They were already doing it with their, you know, S3s, 4s, whatever. So we're on the S9s now. We've still yet to see, you know, the rumored big Samsung boards released.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't seen the massive terahashes. I think one company announced the big terahash for Bitcoin, but it really was like the same thing you're saying, John, with the price. It wasn't worth it. So, I mean, they're releasing these little repackaging, it looks like, some S9 stuff, creating some minis and for your Bitcoin, Now, another thing that we were talking about is, what the flip are these letters and numbers for?
Yeah.
They don't mean anything.
Not to me.
I mean, L3 is, you can assume that's Litecoin.
Right.
Right? But then like a B3 is Bytum. Z3 is, I guess you're assuming it's Zcash.
Zcash or Zencash, yeah, one of those.
Okay, so like, we're sort of there, but I would have to seriously go and look what these words up were, instead of just listing the coin or creating a Litecoin miner, Ant miner or Litecoin miner. Why do we know it's an Ant miner? Okay, we know when we click here, Ant miner. We know what you're selling. Okay, so anyways, we need to work on our labeling. Okay, again, coders.
We talk about our labeling a lot here. We need to work on our labeling here too.
You're right.
We talk about that a lot. Everybody needs to work on their labeling.
Everybody go out there and relabel, okay? So we talk about that, and we've talked about how difficult it is to, you know, get this set up and watch your stats on your pool, and then you can check, you can go through all this, and it's great to go through this, but the public wants it easy. The public wants it easy. They want to look up a coin, okay, like Bytum, and they want to be like, I want in on this. I like what it does. I want in, and they get an ASIC and it's done. All right, and that is what we're trying to create here with this. Simple. Put it on a rack, hook it up, give you a PC, you have full control, and you're done. It's so easy.
Yeah, and you don't really have to worry about it once it's set. I mean, the reliability on these things is pretty good. So you plug it in and let it go.
Oh,
and that's it.
I mean, we've got someone sending us this one here, right? I mean,
yes, yeah. He's getting 2 of them.
This should be on the way, and I'm going to move the camera closer to those over there. Well, he gets 2 of them automatically, right? That's pretty exciting.
It's the buy one get one free deal that they had.
So, so you can sort of see the ASICs there, and you can sort of see how they're running right there, and those blue things on the side there, those are all the ASICs. So the ASIC community, the money is right now being poured into that. Yeah. We're seeing more money being poured into ASIC, and that's why it's important to talk about this.
Right. We're seeing a lot more interest. Not even people that are buying it, it's just people asking about it. People liking our photos more when we post ASIC photos.
Right.
There's an interest in it that we haven't seen before.
Because they know it's simple, and they don't have to worry about all the possibilities that could go wrong with the GPU mining. Now, the good news is GPUs you'll be able to do for years, and as you've seen, an ASIC in just a few months is worthless unless the price can keep up, and it just doesn't work.
Right. Eventually, you're going to be mining in the negatives, most likely.
Right. And sometimes that's good. That's a risk that you can take. I'll mine in the negatives because I believe this coin will go to this value and it's worth it. Right. So, but no one can determine what a good ASIC price is. No one can determine what a good wattage price per ASIC is. No one can determine how many coins you want per your ASIC versus your GPU. Nobody can determine that except you. Only you can know that for your personal assets and what you want to host here with us at your home, wherever, and acquire these coins and help the network.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, you guys are not very chatty today. You guys are awfully quiet.
Somebody wants to know if Walton supports ASICs.
Well, see, that's another good thing. This is exactly what we're talking about here. Is even Walton announced in their white paper that they will be moving to ASIC.
Right. But not currently. It
could be like Ethereum, where Ethereum's supposed to be proof of stake.
Right. We're still waiting.
It's going to be like the end of the world before they finally switch over. The world's closing. Ethereum just announced they're switching to proof of stake. That's the biggest joke ever. But the future is bright with mining, and although the market is low, and although almost everyone is in the negatives, let's be real. I mean, unless you're cashing out your coin, the day you mine it and you're trying to bank on it, you're selling it at a good time, and when the market's high that day, I mean, and it's a lot of effort to do that. No one's really bringing home bank mining. Nobody.
No.
So you're not getting in at a bad time. You're getting in at a good time because if everybody's already low and some in the negatives, then they're only going to get better.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, we can't get much worse right now. I don't think.
They could have they could declare a mining electric tax on all miners for the whole world to save the earth. The UN declares, save the earth. If you're a miner, electric rates are 80 times.
We're all moving to Antarctica. We'll start our own community down there. They can't police us down there.
Oh, man. So we have some exciting news we want to go over. We want to talk about something that has been hours of work, and it is so exciting because we wanted to talk to you guys, but we haven't really heard anything. The Dominator A4 LTT miner looks like Bitcoin Wisdom is the only chatty one today. So we're going to finish up the video with this amazing new feature brought to you by none other than Mr. John himself. This was a lot of work, John.
It was a lot of work.
All right, so it's simple, right?
Yes.
All right, let's okay, we're just switching it. Here we go. There it is, baby.
We redesigned our websites.
Holy smokers.
It looks a lot different.
Oh yeah.
A lot cleaner, a lot simpler. I think it should make sense to everybody.
These are not Getty images.
They are not.
They are all in-house.
As opposed to some scam companies out there who will remain nameless.
That's
you
right.
know who you are.
So
we're actually real. But yeah, this is digi.io. Check it out.
Yep. So we're trying to make it as simple as possible. We obviously sell NVIDIA rigs, and you can find whatever you want. If it's a 6 or 8 card, that's why we list the type of motherboard. Don't get confused. We have Ryzen 3, 7, and Intel i7 offered. We have up to 3,500 watts. People probably wonder, well, why isn't this fan spinning? It is so cold in the mine.
It feels so good.
The fans don't even spin to 30% sometimes. I mean, that is how cold your rig will stay. It's amazing.
Thanks to this wonder wall behind us.
That's right. Do you guys see that? I mean, that's the beauty right there. Ice cold, almost.
We almost need a jacket here. You're probably feeling pretty good in your suit.
Oh, I feel great. I've got 2 layers on. I feel great. So, then we get into our AMD rigs. Love the AMD rigs. I'm a huge fan. NVIDIA is just really expensive.
Yeah, AMD, that's where we got our start.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a great price to get in. I mean, $8,000 is your starting price for NVIDIA, and AMD, I mean, it's just drastically different. So AMD rigs are awesome. Now, these do spin warmer, and it does not have to do with cooling. This has to do with the actual coins that they're mining. So these are all dual mining. So this is very serious here as far as dual mining goes, and that's what. But again, we support the AMD Ryzen and the Intel i3. We have no reason to do i7. If you find a reason to do i7, we will obviously do that for you. And none other than, you better believe it, is ASIC hosting. This is serious. We've got, these are of course in-house photos, our A3s, our L3s. We've got our other ones
right over there.
I mean, the Ivy links, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these are physically here. I mean, you guys saw them on the webcam. They're right there, literally. There they are. There they are. So, it's amazing. So, you can contact us for the ASIC because obviously you're going to need to get your own private computer that we're going to have for you. We do static IPs for your ASICs. We obviously have set these up in the best cooling position. And this is the future. So we're excited. If you're already with us, you already know about all this, and you know you know the prices. So if you're not, this is exciting because we're supporting this, and we've supported AMD from the beginning, way from the beginning, 2013 beginning. We got into NVIDIA right away when we saw that there were so many coins for Walton and things, Aeon. You know, people are switching over to this Aeon coin. This is a great rig for Aeon coin. The 5-card rig, even the 6-card rig with the Intel i7, you can get an awesome Aeon coin for that. We have our own Aeon pool in here,
which is doing very well.
Right, we hit
a mile marker.
Well,
today actually.
We did it today.
We did it today.
From a client, I believe. Here, did it.
Yes, very exciting.
100,000?
No, 1,000 coins we mined.
1,000 Aeon coins.
And what, 2 weeks, I think?
Oh, yeah.
So, if you're not mining Aeon, you need to look into that.
Right.
For sure. It's doing very well right now. Got a lot of potential.
And we support that pool here. And the coin, if you want a rig here, we'll support that. We'll build you the rig for the Aeon. And let's say you're on Walton, and you're like, this Walton sucks right now. They did not keep up with the market. They did not make the mining easier. They're not keeping up. Then you can switch over with your NVIDIA rig to your Aeon and an in-house pool, and it's awesome. I'm excited about the future. I'm already in the future.
It's a bad market right now, but we got a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, see, these are the videos people are going to watch someday and be like, man, I wish I got on when I heard them talk about this stuff right there. They're going to say, I wish I put in orders for ASICs and rigs and got some plans together for what I'm going to do in the future. Because if they don't do it now, it's going to be too late when the market's exploding.
It won't be too late, but it'll be, you're not going to see the profit.
Oh yeah,
it's never too late.
Yeah,
never too late, but
never too late.
You want to get in early.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're still mining here. We've got our own mining rig. Family and friends have their own mining rigs here. We're hosting ASICs. We're hosting your mining rig. This is the Digital Gold channel. We are so excited that you joined us. Thank you for coming to the stream. John, do you have anything in closing?
No. Check out our website, digi.io, digieo.io, sorry. Email us at info@digi.io if you have any questions. And thanks for tuning in, guys.
To the moon!